Consumers who have applied for healthcare coverage at healthcare.gov or the federal marketplace but been found ineligible can appeal that determination. Consumers have 90 days from the date they receive an eligibility notice to start their appeal. Someone can appoint someone else to do this on their behalf if they don't feel up to it themselves, and they just simply need to put that in writing. Now, here are some of the examples of things that can be appealed. Your eligibility to buy a marketplace plan. You might be told you're not eligible to apply for the marketplace at this time because of income, family size, immigration status. That straight up denial of eligibility can be appealed, along with being told you're not eligible for a catastrophic plan. That category of denial can also be appealed. Other things that can be appealed are things like eligibility for advanced premium tax credits or cost-sharing reductions. If you think your plan is more expensive than it should be because those subsidies were not applied, that is appealable. Your eligibility for a special enrollment period. If you missed open enrollment and applied for healthcare coverage through a special enrollment period because of a qualifying life event, but were told you were not eligible, that is appealable. Also, eligibility for exemption from tax penalties. If you never signed up for health coverage but thought maybe you should be entitled to an exemption, but you weren't, you can appeal that determination as well. Now, in some states, you can also appeal a denial of Medicaid through a marketplace procedure. Wisconsin is not one of those states. There is a separate process for appealing a Medicaid determination, a separate fair hearings process. Now, when you first start going through, and we're going to give you a link for how to navigate this online, this is actually, we're giving you a screenshot of what you see right on the website. It's a checkbox of why are you appealing, and you can go through those. I was denied a marketplace plan. I was denied a catastrophic plan. I didn't get advanced premium tax credits. You simply can check one of those boxes. They make it quite easy to start the process. The devil's going to be a little bit more in the details. Once you start requesting an appeal by filling out an appeal form, and you can do this, and we give you the link to how to do it electronically or to print a paper form and send it via U.S. mail, then you're going to start doing those check boxes, put in your contact information, what you attempted to do, what you want to appeal because of the decision that you got, and you're going to send that in. If you do not have health coverage and it is very detrimental to you, where a standard time for appeal of 90 days will be detrimental to your health, to your ability to function, it otherwise jeopardizes some of your, what is just considered to be, it jeopardizes your life, where this is that critical, there is actually a box for an expedited appeal. And it appears just like the check boxes that you saw before. That you, on question 5, right on the appeal form, it says, please expedite this as it's that critical. Now, this is the process to get this started. This then goes to a processing center. They review your appeal, and we'll talk about the 2 types of appeals that move forward. But it doesn't have to be the form. Simply completing a letter, because all you're really doing on the form, once you give your contact information and checking the boxes, the next question is a narrative of tell us why you think that this appeal is wrong, or that this decision was wrongful. And you write a little paragraph. Well, you can just write the paragraph and send it into the processing center as well. The narrative section is the appeal. Now, requests must be received within 90 days of the contested marketplace eligibility determination. You will get a letter from the marketplace appeal center that gives you an appeal number, and they have to do it quickly. Now, here are the 2 types of ways that these appeals can move forward, and this is where it could get a little complicated. There's an informal resolution, or you could go straight to hearing. Informal is something where the Marketplace Appeal Call Center will give you a phone call and maybe request more information, talk to you about the reason for the denial, and then maybe give you a decision. Maybe you said, I sent in that verification document 10 times, I have proof of it. Then they might say, why don't you send it to us directly with verification that you submitted it to the marketplace. They'll take a look at it and let you know right then and there if the decision should be upheld. The more formal process is to get a notice of a scheduled hearing. That notice has to come 15 days prior to the actual hearing, unless you've expedited the process, and that is conducted by phone, and you are talking to a federal hearing officer. The officer makes the decision 90 days from the receipt of the appeal. There is a little leeway in there. That's not a strict 90 days. That's the target date. If that is not successful, judicial review is an option. This is something that mirrors the Medicaid fair hearing process where you go in front of an administrative law judge. If you're not successful there, you have the option for judicial review. That process has been established as well in the marketplace. Looks a little different. Different parties are involved, but the process is a mirror of each other. Now, there are protections in here, but if you don't want to do it alone, you can get help. If you were to find a navigator in your area, which you can find by going to that Find Local Help on healthcare.gov, they can help with appeals. They can walk you through it. If you're to call the appeals call center, if you call the marketplace call center or the appeals call center, either of those can get you pointed in the right direction, and they can actually answer questions about the appeal itself. Now, we give you the link also to the Marketplace Appeal Center. It's healthcare.gov/marketplace appeals. It's easy to get to. You can review it. It's not an overly complicated form. You are going to want to make sure you write your appeal number down on all of the paperwork you have. Keep a copy for yourself. Whatever you send in, also keep a copy for yourself. It gets challenging when paperwork is lost or misplaced, and it's not necessarily on the consumer end. It is frequently on the marketplace or the appeal center end. So keeping copies and good records is going to be important. Now, if you have a healthcare story and want to share your thoughts on the marketplace, you can always contact us at healthwatchwisconsin.org. Thanks for watching.